Hello and welcome to another Trigger set review. My name is Davi and today I have with me the absolute, the adorable, the acceptable Greg Simpkins. How are you, Greg?
I'm doing okay, and I appreciate all those kind words. I'm also impressed you used them.
Yeah, I like it.
We also have the adept, the admirable, the adorable Alex Connor. How are you, Alex?
Hey guys, how you doing,
So, so,
David?
so the funny thing is,
And we
Davy was it?
also have Gav.
Oh, actually, guy, he's not here. He's not here.
We've only got the cuties tonight.
Oh, you were so intent on doing that intro, Davy, which leads me to deduce in the hour or so between our last video and this one, you prepared something.
No, I actually 3-0'd the Eldritch Moon draft.
All right, no need to brag. No one cares how you did an Eldritch Moon, mate. Well,
Okay,
Are
let's
you
go.
page one again yet?
Huh?
Are you page one again?
No,
Oh.
no.
He will
There are
be. He will
people who are playing like all day.
be. Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Excuses.
Right.
They must
so
not have a job.
Hilarious.
Yeah, right?
So this is the blue set review. Davy, will you take us through the tiers again, clearly from tier 1 to tier 7?
Right. So tier 1 is like, yo, I got this. You play it, you win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 2 is still pretty good, but it's not like, well, whoa. It's just like very, very strong, but not, you know. Tier 3 are very good cards, so like the best commons, very strong uncommons. Tier 4 is, you know, your Sword of the Earth, everyday cards, the ones that will make most of your deck. Tier 5, yeah, starting to get crappy. And then Tier 6 is awful, and Tier 7 is, if you do this, just give up Magic forever.
Sounds good.
I like it.
Let's start what I think will be a good card then. Ether Meltdown. 1 in a blue enchantment aura. Flash, enchant creature or vehicle. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energies. Enchant permanence gets -4, -0. We've kind of seen this -4, -0, -X, -0 being quite good in recent sets on a blue card, and this doesn't look too different to me.
You criticize me all the time for playing Spontaneous Mutation.
Yes, because you play 10 of them.
It's an awesome card. This card is great.
This card is great.
I think this card
But
is
also,
very strong.
don't play 10.
Yeah, card is great. Solid.
Is 2 energy worth a clue? Maybe not.
No.
But still
But
probably very good.
But I suppose, unlike Jace's Scrutiny, this has Flash, so
And
this
this
is an
is
enchantment,
permanent.
so this stays on. I think. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be a combat trick or?
Alright, guys, I get it.
That's all right, mate. Do you think this is more of a combat trick?
Jesus.
It's flexible, man. You can just do whatever.
It's cardboard, mate. It's always flexible.
I think this is going to be one of a solid blue pseudo removal, as close as blue gets to removal. I'm putting this in solid tier 3. It's a good card.
Yep. Tier 3.
I'm happy with that.
Ether Theorist. I like this card. 1 in a
Can you
blue.
not spoil? We don't.
Okay, Ether Theorist. I'm unsure what to think about this card. Ether Theorist. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters, which is good in itself. Like a 1/3 for 2 mana 1/3 with that isn't terrible. And it's got tap, pay energy, scry 1. Sigiled Starfish. This is not. But is it better than Sigiled Starfish because of the energy application?
He has a point of power, which is good.
True.
Yeah, I think it's a contender, especially in this set.
I think the card is great.
Energy, I'm all about it, guys. I think energy is going to be surprisingly good, and you're quite often. I hope you're not just dumping the energy a card creates back into that card necessarily. Like,
yeah. Because I mean,
and
use
also
other places must be something that you're working towards.
And there's also a lot of 1/1s flying, like hanging around, and this guy
not flying. Yeah.
Not flying. That's the thing. And this guy's really good.
Yeah.
I think what I found with energy so far is you're playing a creature which is slightly understated for its cost, but you're getting an energy bonus. This this stat's fine. Like 2 mana 1/3 is not great, but it's fine.
Likely second best blue common.
Do you think so? You think it's that good?
Two cards in. I'm just going out on a limb.
I'm not
just throwing it out there. It's the second best. We saw 2 cards, but I'm telling you.
It'll be in
I think
one of
this
the
is
top
a good
commons,
form.
is what I'm saying.
I think this is a top of tier 4 as well. I wouldn't put this in tier 3. It's a nice flexible card, but it's not.
It might be though. I mean,
it's doing everything you want to do in blue, isn't it? It's
It
blocking,
might get tier 3, but for
it's...
now I would leave it tier 4.
Yeah, tier 4.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in tier 4. Ether
Just
trade wins.
mass
Davy and
speculation.
Alex, will you happily lead this discussion? What does Ether trade wins do?
Oh, who?
I'll take it. Ether trade wins. Aether trade wins.
Ether.
Two and a blue for an instant. Return target permanent you control and target permanent you don't control to their owner's hands. I believe this is a reprint that I never
I
played.
think it's more expensive, isn't it? I think there was a card like this before, but it was 1 and a blue. I don't know.
Okay. It's sort of like this pseudo bounce where you're hoping to get value from something that hasn't entered the battlefield trigger, but then you put their high cost card into their hands. They have to play it again. I've no idea how playable this is, to be honest. I feel
Kills
like
tokens.
it does. But do you want to pay 3 mana to kill a token?
You have to have a lot of enter the battlefield stuff.
Yeah, I think this is quite sort of niche. Like in certain decks, one of these will be very powerful. But you probably don't want to play too many, and you probably don't want to pick it up early. You don't think of it as tempo, more as sort of combo with a deck that it works with, like a defensive deck.
It protects against removal as well, which is nice.
I quite like this card. There's a similar version in some of the M sets. I think it's Into the Void or not Into the Void, something similar to that. There's a reprint, as you may have just said, from World Wake, but it wasn't particularly good. But World Wake was a quick set.
Okay, I'm not sure. I would think this is maybe a low 4, even a 5, tier 5 card. Ooh.
I don't know. There's the blink potential is. I mean, we've seen a lot of cards that fabricate. I think because of the fabrication. I don't think this is a good tier 4 card. I think this is just creeping into tier 4 because of the application. It's
okay.
I think this is a tier 5 just because you really don't want a lot of them.
Yeah, having just argued that, I do see now that it's 2 target permanents. There are times you just can't cast it.
Yeah,
These cards are okay. These cards are usually
Greg
okay.
is very firm in his opinions.
This card could go up a lot and feel like it's got tons of utility, or it could even just be even worse than we're speculating.
I think we started in tier 5, and
it could go down even.
I wouldn't say. I think these cards traditionally they look a lot worse than they actually perform in my experience. But
okay, yeah,
let's go from there. Aether Squall Ancient, 7 mana flyer 6/6. So it's one of those strong limited cards. I don't obviously play anything outside limited. Beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Many energies, 8 energies.
8, I believe that's 8.
Greg can only count to 5 because the other hand is in the mouse, so he can only count to 5. After that, you don't know.
Listen, after 5, I just think it's many or multiple.
As a graphic designer, I kind of have issues with the mass use of energy symbols like this.
Yes, difficult to read.
But it would be complicated if they did 7 energies, because then people would think the 7 is the mana.
Well, you could do 7 times energy symbol, not put it in a circle, and use the font that the rest of the types in.
I don't know.
I'm
sure they threw
Either way,
they definitely tested that. I'm not. They didn't just. This is their first idea.
I mean, this is a.
Yeah, Wizard sucks. Everything they do sucks.
Right,
Sorry.
Calm down. This is a powerful effect and a powerful card, but it's expensive.
Let me derail the fucking conversation. Yeah, limited bomb.
Is it a bomb? It's 7 mana.
Is it a bomb? It's 7 mana.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, you've just played a 7 mana 6/6 flyer. You'd have all the energy you want, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think this is gonna be well, if the format is very slow, I mean, it is a powerful effect.
It's a powerful effect, it's a powerful card, but it's 7 mana. It reminds me of Nephalia Moondrakes. It's got a sort of a...
Yeah, I want my 7 manas to like win the game when I cast it, and this doesn't do that.
Yeah, no. With that.
It's a 6/6 flyer. It's not awful, but
I'd say
I'm not super excited
about this kind of thing. I'm not going to first pick this. I'm happy to pick this up middle of a pack if I'm in blue. It's a powerful effect. It's just so expensive.
Yeah, I'm coming around.
I'll give it this a 3 for now.
I would give it a tier 3, I think.
I don't think it's as good as tier 3. I think this is a 4.
Okay.
No, come on.
Well, where would you put Nephalia Moondrakes in Eldritch Moon? It's a similar card.
I think this is better than the Nephalia Moondrakes.
Okay, so it is slightly better than Moondrakes.
Because if you have the energy already, this just drops in and it's upheaval.
That is a good point. Okay.
Yeah, you
Contingent
don't
on-
need necessarily to wait 3 turns to do that.
Yes,
There are scenarios where you do it either first turn or when you drop it, and 7 mana upheaval get a 6/6 is pretty good.
Yeah, I suppose
And because
contingent upon...
there is the upside. I mean, that's not gonna happen all the time, but the upside is possible. I think this is a tier 3.
Okay, I'm willing to bend to that reasoning, although I'm unsurprised. I'm still not particularly excited about this, although I'm going to lose
It's
to
not
it. I'm going
great.
to win
It's
with it.
a tier 3 rare is nothing to be awesome.
Okay, down we go to Ceremonious Rejection. Counter target color spell. So obviously exciting for older formats. Is it good in limited?
I don't know.
So, like,
this is
fair
why
enough.
they come here, for the expert opinions.
Counter target. So basically, counter target artifact for the purpose of this set.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some big ass vehicles. I don't think I'd ever mainboard this.
Yeah, probably not.
It's going to see standard play. Yeah, I think it's sort of a more like from last set we had
Invasive surgery?
No, turn aside. Ceremonious rejection, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Keep it,
turn,
mate.
it's more like turn aside was a card you would happily pick in blue late in the pack as a sideboard card.
But turn aside was better in many
Yes,
ways.
agreed.
I think so
That's
too.
what I was about to get to. And this seems it's even more, even though there's so many color spells, or it feels like there's going to be so many color spells getting cast. It makes it still even more.
It reminds me, it does remind me of turn aside. With turn aside, I'd play it in the board. I'd bring it in for like spreading brains, certain
I would
death.
play one
rot.
main deck usually, turn aside.
Well, I would, but I'd be unhappy to do so. I'd say this is a 5.
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah, it's a 5, maybe a 6, but it's probably a 5.
Okay, down we go to Confiscation Coup, aka Semi-Mind Control. It's 5 mana, 2 of which must be blue. Sorcery, choose target artifact or creature. You get 4 energy counters, then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. If you do, you got it, bro. These cards are always great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card is amazing.
So it mind controls something with converted mana cost for free. Well, not for free, but it does that. But you can pay your energy to get something bigger. You can get something smaller and store some energy.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Nicely designed
great.
card.
Mind control is just a great limited card. The days when it was uncommon were silly days.
Oh, Tezzeret is getting all the stuff for himself. What an asshole.
Don't hate on Tezzeret, mate.
Is this tier 2?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a grade A bomb. This isn't a Gear Hulk, but this is still a quality card.
Always a 2-for-1. Not always. When you get your cost, it is a 2-for-1 a lot of the time. Most of the time.
Yeah, because they have to, I would never pass this card for an uncommon or a common.
No, this card is great.
Okay, solid tier 2. Top quality stuff. Down we go to Curio Vendor. Listen, a 2 mana 2/1's usually like meh. In a format where there are millions of servos. Yeah, like everything creates a 1/1. This is just...
Yeah, 2 mana 1/2/1. Not feeling it. Especially in blue.
I don't even think this is filler. I think this is just a normal 6. I don't want to play one of these. I don't want to play a 2/1 with no ability when everyone else has free 1/1s.
He has a very Reflector Mage art.
Yeah, it's a trap.
So it's probably as good as Reflector Mage. So.
Yeah.
The flavor.
No, this card sucks.
It's his brother.
Next.
Younger brother. Next.
6.
Yeah.
Disappearing Act. As an additional cost to cast Disappearing Act, return a permanent control to its owner's hand. Counter target spell. 1 blue. In this set, is this better or worse than Cancel?
Worse.
Could be better.
Yeah, I suppose it was a weird question, wasn't it? I mean, the blinking, as we've seen, is a big theme. But there are games when you have a 5/5 on the battlefield and nothing else. Well, you can return a land, actually, so that's not...
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm blue. I have that awkward draw where I have some of my strong cards. I've kept a 6, but I don't have a 2-drop, but I have this counter spell.
You cannot can this. Yeah, you just can't play this on turn 3.
You can't cast this on turn 3. Seems awful.
I mean,
am I missing something?
Yeah, There's
going to be great draws where later in the game you've got your Fabricate 3, They do something, counter it, return Fabricate 3, next turn play the Fabricate guy, get 3 more Thopters or
But more
Servos.
often, you're returning something that you want. You can't play it on curve.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not. It's not a 3-drop. It's not a 3-drop. You can't play this on 3.
Yeah.
You can, but it's stupid. You just time walk yourself.
I'm not liking this.
Yeah, maybe it's a 5.
I think it's a 5. I don't think it's worse than that because it is a playable card, but it's just
Putting it at the bottom of 5. Oof.
it's just not where you want to be. I don't think, even though it's got the random upside of blinking something.
Yeah, that just seems like
It was not even blinking. You just
like a
bounce it.
liability.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Then
not
you got to
blinking.
play that card again. It just seems like such a liability.
Yeah, actually, that's much worse than blinking. Dramatic Reversal. 1 and a blue. Untap all non-land permanents you control at instant speed.
It's like a blue combat trick sort of thingy.
Yeah, it's close blue gets to combat tricks, actually. Apart from the -4, -0.
Lots of planeswalkers.
True, true.
Don't tap. It are.
I don't think this is very good.
I don't
Yeah,
think so either.
it's not in the right color, is it?
And even, I mean, it untaps, yeah, but if I've got a huge board, which is bigger than their board, probably in a good position anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there was a similar one in Origins.
No, I think you're thinking of the one in Oath of the Gate. What's Unity of
3 and a
Purpose?
blue, Unity of
Yeah.
Purpose. That card was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, and I think that card is better than this one.
Yeah, it's basically this one with support too.
Yeah, unless you have some creatures that do some really cool stuff when you tap them, this is not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this card. I give it a low 5.
Maybe it's a
Maybe even a
6.
It's a 6. It's
Yeah,
a 6.
I
Come on.
think 6 as well. Blue's been pretty disappointing so far. Let us go to Era of Innovation. 1 blue enchantment. At uncommon, whenever an enchantment, artifact, or artificer enters the battlefield under your control, you may play 1. If you do, you get 2 energy. Pay 6 energy, sacrifice the card, draw 3 cards.
That was a
Oof.
very dramatic reading. I'm really
Yeah.
impressed.
Sorry,
And
I
the
struggled.
cards.
Era of Innovation.
Listen,
Oh,
we
No,
all-
I like this.
you like this card.
You have to pay things off curve to get the.
No, I'm joking. This card sucks.
Oh, thank God, thank God.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, the only time I would ever consider playing this card is if I had a deck that just produced loads of energy. I had loads of good cards that produced energy, and then it's
and did
sort
super broken things with energy.
yeah, then it's sort of a 2-mana draw 3. But
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
all the
not.
cards that produce energy do something with the energy as well. So you're giving up that.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
this is not a 2-drop. If it is a 2-drop, you're playing off curve for the rest of the game. I mean, drawing 3 cards is very powerful. I just don't think this is what you want to be doing in order to allow yourself to get the card advantage.
Yeah, this looks bad.
Unless you
Enters the battlefield. Maybe there are decks for this. Who knows?
maybe
this
we're
looks
looking.
like it could.
sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe we're prioritizing the text. Maybe the first bit is a bonus that you get late game when you fabricate, and you play this turn 5 for 2 mana, and you have 6 energy, and then you just draw 3 cards.
True. I mean, I'm not saying it's
That-
unplayable at all. I think,
That feels alright.
yeah,
I wouldn't.
Uh,
I wouldn't be playing this to try to maximize the pay 1. I'd be playing this to. I'm going to have lots of excess energy, and I need some card draw.
But will you ever have excess energy? There's a lot of cards that do good stuff with energy.
I don't know, but 3 cards is great.
yeah, true. I think in the right deck, this could be a role player, but I don't think I'd ever pick this highly and try to make the right deck for it.
Yeah. A lot of the time, this will be useless. I think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
not-
for tier 5 here, not 6. I don't think it's that bad, but I don't think it's a card I want to pick highly.
You
at all.
could play. You could build around it, maybe. Yeah, I'll put it on 5, but
Come on, blue, step up. Experimental Aviator. Well, this isn't going to do it. 5 mana, 3 blue, flyer. It's an 0/3. Creates 2 Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. I don't think this card's very good.
I think this sucks.
It's just so weak. It's like, okay, this is a perfect type for blinking. And if blinking's a big thing, if you've got
Yeah,
the
I
blink deck,
guess.
so it's not dead
But
ever.
blinking, like the counter spell that bounces this is still awful because you're still paying 5 mana again.
Yeah. If you've got the angel that blinks, that's fine. Like the stuff that returns to hand, yeah, you're right. It's just you're taking another tempo hit. And 5, like it's a 0/3 flyer. It doesn't crew because it's got no power. I just don't think this card's very good. It looks like
I think this card would be great in Commander.
true. When we do our commander
Why
review.
is it uncommon though?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it should be an uncommon. I mean,
This is a trick, guys. We're
This is-
missing
think-
something. We're
I think-
missing something.
I think Wizards just hates blue. I don't know.
well, they're trying to push the blink as I keep saying, the blink archetype.
Maybe there will be a very good blinker that we haven't seen yet, and this thing will be okay because it won't be even amazing.
Well,
Weird.
I'm going to give it a tier 5. I just don't. I mean, it's not any lower than that 'cause it does have power and that potential is
Yeah,
there.
no,
but
it's not useless, but it's a tier 5. It's pretty underwhelming.
This isn't a card I want to pick highly at all.
Well, yeah, blue. Don't play blue. Don't play blue, guys.
So
Never
far,
once.
it's terrible.
Failed inspection. Fails to change that. Counter target spell. Draw a card, then discard a card. For 4 mana.
2 and a blue.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
really don't want you to counter spells in Magic anymore.
like Bone to Ash, 2 blue, counter target creature spell, draw a card. That was a bad card.
You have
Most
to
of the time.
discard.
Yeah, I mean, you're not even drawing, you're looting. I mean, looting's better than not doing nothing. It's better than counter target spell, but this is just expensive.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I think this is
Trying
not
not to play
great.
this.
I think 6 for this. I don't want to play this.
Yep.
No, it's not useless. It's not a 6.
It's-
I will play 1 sometimes and then cry, but I can see myself putting
By
this in my
definition, that
deck.
would be terrible and put it in
Yes.
tier 6.
Sure, okay, let's put it. I don't
mean,
know.
maybe-
I think
maybe
it might
5,
be a
maybe
low
5's
5.
better. Yeah, agreed. It's
I think it's a
playable.
low 5. It's
It
not
is
a
playable.
Squeeze it in.
Step it up, blue. Here we go. This is blue. Step it up. Gear Seeker Serpent. 5 double blue for a 5/6. Gear Seeker Serpent cost 1 less to cast for each artifact you control, aka Affinity. 5 and a blue, can't be blocked this turn.
This just seems great.
This is a good card, I think.
It is, yeah.
So if
Make
you've got the
tokens, play this, win the game.
if you've got
Yeah,
the
but for
artifact
those
deck,
of you who never played Affinity, careful with Affinity cards. Like, it really depends on how many artifacts you have. Because obviously, but what I mean is, in Modern Masters, for example, there were a lot of people who were picking the hover guards and etc. And end of the day, they would have a lot of expensive cards and not that many cheap artifacts to do in the beginning.
well, I think
And
the
they
upside
could
of
never
this,
cast their stuff. So this is great when you have a lot of cheap artifacts.
Yeah.
Like, it's not great with the 5 mana one that gets 2 Topters. That's no. But if you have some really cheap artifacts and things that makes a lot of Topters, this card is great.
And
also it's sorry, I was going to say it's the only Affinity-esque card in the set. No other card has a reduction in my mind, from what I've seen so far, for each artifact you control. So if you're going with, like, this is the one card.
yeah, don't pick this. Sorry, I'm saying this with authority. It feels like this is not a card you want to pick early, and it's because it's a card that you will pick up mid to late in the pack, and it's you're gonna get this late in the draft when you know whether you can activate it or not.
I don't know if
So-
that's necessarily true.
I don't know
think-
about that. Yeah, I think you might pick this early and then just try to pick a lot of cheap artifact producing stuff.
Isn't it a common? Like I don't like.
Yeah.
In a very dedicated deck, you could play multiples of this.
Yeah.
If this is a 4 mana 5/6 most
yeah,
of the
it's
time,
crazy. Yeah.
it's amazing.
But
And you
there's not
only
gonna
need
be-
3. And you only need 3 other artifacts. This set has a lot of artifacts. I'm high in this card.
I'm very
I,
high in
I,
this
am
card.
too. I am too. But I just feel like I'm gonna make. I feel like I'm gonna be wary of not overcommitting to this too early because I'll have the option to go into it later because it's a blue common, and you don't need 3 or 4 of these. You need one or 2 of them.
I don't
No,
know
I
if
see
I
what
can,
you
if I
mean,
can,
but I
if I
think you
can
might
pick
be
up,
wrong. I
Yeah.
think there might be an archetype that this
if I
is the
can pick
thing.
up 3 of these, I'm going all in on little artifacts, whatever they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
I think this is a solid, I think this is a tier 3 card. Not a vintage card. I pick this over the big dragon any day. The 6/6.
Which 6/6?
Oh, the
show you.
Leviathan thingy.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
He squeezed into tier 3.
I think this is a very strong card. But obviously, I mean, with all the prices we've said.
We
I'd
could
say
be very
tier 3.
wrong. We could be very wrong, but
It's
I'm
unlikely,
I'm
but
willing
it's
to put it on
possible.
tier 3.
Okay.
Yep. It feels as blue goes. It feels like one of the better blue cards.
Glimmer of Genius. 4 mana, 3 in a blue, scry 2, draw 2 cards, you get 2 energy at instant speed, hence the high casting cost. What do we think?
I feel funny inside when I read this card. I love it.
The best card draw we've seen so far.
It is.
It's
Yeah,
expensive.
this
It's
card
expensive.
is good. No, I think this card is great.
Yeah, I
this
think it is
card.
good too.
I think this card makes counterspells a lot better as well, because if you're leaving up counterspell and this or anything with
Yes, that is true. That is very true.
that's just an aphorism common to Magic, but we've seen a lot of crappy counters so far. I suppose they get more playable if you've got a glimmer of genius. I don't know. It's expensive. Like inspiration is 3 in a blue for draw 2 cards instant speed. I think the scry and the energy is a big game here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
See,
I like the Avatar art.
You can really dig with this as well. It's like
Yeah,
read the
true.
bones. It's nice.
Does this get into the 3 range, or is this more of a solid number?
I
4
think this is a 4 because you're not playing you're not playing too many of these.
I think it's close. I'm unsure. I probably
I think
pick
it could
2.
be a low 3. I like this card a lot.
This is powerful. The energy as well.
You're digging a lot. The energy is the cherry on top. I like this. I'm feeling this.
I don't know. It's inherently it's a 4 mana draw 2 spell.
Yeah, but the Scryture is great.
Where would you put Read the Bones on our tier list?
Read the Bones is a 3.
What?
Is
I
it?
think so, yeah. I think Read the Bones is awesome.
Okay, well,
Don't
if
you?
you're, it's good.
You Scryture and you draw your cards.
How does this compare to Read the Bones, incidentally?
It's worse.
Yeah, I think it's worse. I think it has to be tier 4. I just don't.
Yeah, I think it's too far.
Fine,
Sorry.
you win, but
Sorry,
I
sorry.
think I'm right on this one.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll go
This
for
is
democracy.
this
We'll
is-
keep an eye.
This is expensive, but good. This is a quality card. This is a quality card. Glint Nest Crane. 1 in a blue, 1/3, a flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you can look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal an artifact, put it in your hand. Put the rest in the bottom.
Solid.
Super
Yeah.
solid. Super solid.
Even if I've got
1/3 flyer for 2.
that
always
draws you a
playable.
card, if it's long,
Okay.
it draws you a card about 30% of the time. I imagine it's a solid boon here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I don't think I'd be first picking this, even if I was. Well, I just wouldn't be. But
No.
with a lot of artifacts, this is a good card. But still not a powerhouse.
No,
Yeah.
it's solid.
4?
Solid 4.
Agreed.
Yep. I'm happy with that.
High Tide Hermit. 4 in a blue for a Defender Crab. When it enters the battlefield, you get 4 energy, which is a lot. Pay 2 energy. It can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender.
I'm loving the art. I'm not loving the card.
I don't know. So I down on this when I first saw it. 4 energy is. I mean, we've seen things that use energy quite well. And
Yeah, this is the
efficiently.
thing. I think you might use the energy for something else. I think
Yeah.
this could be a 4/4 defender.
I don't
and
think
you,
I ever want to
and
attack
you
with
use
this.
the energy for
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, totally.
I think this might be okay. It's not great. It's not good. It's not what you want to be doing for 5 mana. But it's playable. I think it's a 5.
I think it's a 5.
Yep.
It's one of those rare cards where, yeah, I think
I'm
the
with
energy
you
is.
there.
Yeah, the energy is better used elsewhere.
Depending of how important energy is, this could be a 4.
Yeah, I mean,
Depending.
I think we'd put it in the 5 to start with and go from
Let's
there.
think about this. A 4/4 defender that gets into the battlefield and draws a card would be solid.
Mm-hmm.
How much energy starts becoming a card?
Card, yeah. That depends on the deck you're in.
I don't think 4 does, but we're getting closer.
I
Yeah.
suppose we see more cards and experience more energy boons. Actually, I the word boon. I'm going to drop it in everywhere. We see more and more how much energy is worth, so we'll keep an eye out for it. I think, yeah, 5 for now and room to grow.
Yeah.
This could be a decent pick.
He's
It's
a
never
big
going to
boy
go early.
already, but look at him.
Yeah.
At shell. He's got room in there.
Okay, I shall keep an eye on that. Insidious Will. 2 blue, instant. Choose 1. Counter target spell. You may choose new targets for target spell. Or copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Where do we start?
I like this.
Don't counter a spell with it.
No, I like the flexibility. It's decent.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I agree with you. I just think when you're choosing new targets or copying an instant, that's when you really feel like this card is, doing
Yeah, if it's
doing
2
stuff.
blue counter target spell, this is bad. It is like a 5 or 6.
6. But I think this is
The flexibility is very good. Don't get me wrong. I like that, but I'm
yeah.
going to be trying to.
You can 2-for-1 them some
Yeah.
of the time. Like they remove your thing, you choose new targets for the removal.
Yeah.
They draw, you draw.
Yeah.
The flexibility is very good.
When do we use the third mode? I suppose we use it when we're casting a spell and we want to copy
We
it.
have 8
No,
mana.
even
And we
if they
want to
are
scry 4.
no. If they're doing something that doesn't target, so for example, the draw choose cry chew, you can copy that.
Well, that targets them. Does it?
Doesn't matter. You're copying it. Does it target
Either
them?
way,
No, it doesn't target.
No, it doesn't. I suppose you just copy.
You copy
Yeah, I
it.
suppose the flexibility. I mean, it's flexible and it's powerful.
I think this is a 3.
Really?
ooh.
I think the flexibility pushes it. I
still
think this is a good card. Yeah, flexibility is very important. You're
Like-
gonna counter a spell a lot of the time,
then it's
and
bad.
that's not great. But the
So how can you say it's a
flexibility-
3?
Because I think the flexibility is really, really good. I think people don't realize how good flexibility is. We just been through the commands, and even though if you just look at the modes of the commands, they're not amazing. The fact that you can choose is amazing. This is not a bomb, but I think this is very solid.
I think this card's going to be a lot better in construction than it is in limited.
I don't
So-
think this was constructed, but I think this is a 3.
So you choose new targets is for a spell an opponent casts, and copy
Yes.
targeting sorcery spell is to copy something you've played,
No,
Basically.
you can copy something they play as well.
which is essentially choose new targets.
No, we just been through the example. If they cast the draw choose cry chew, it's not a targeted spell, but you can copy and do the same. If you think your
But if
two
it doesn't
cards,
have a target, then how can you copy target instant sorcery spell? You may choose new targets if it doesn't have a target.
no, you may choose new targets.
don't have
This
to.
is not a targeted. You don't
Okay.
have to. So you
All
just
right,
go-
I'm with you. I've played this game before.
I say this is tier 4. I say it's a good card. I don't think it can push into tier 3 for limited because it just doesn't have the raw power.
I think it's a 3.
Alex, deciding vote.
I don't. I mean, I don't. In the past, I haven't loved sort of playing these sort of cards. These blue for counter target spell. Even though there's a lot of other flexibility, I feel like it's going to sit in my hand a lot.
Yeah, because it's kind of a waste to use it to counter target spell. I can imagine this is almost a trap card for some people. They'll be like, "Come on, cast something brazing so I can steal it."
Yeah, because if they just toss me creatures,
No. Yeah, if
I mean,
you're
you can
thinking
counter
like
them.
that, then you're gonna play wrong anyway. If you need to counter, you counter. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but still, you're countering a spell. It's a 1-for-1. But the fact that some of the time you're gonna get very good value from it, I think is very good.
I agree, it's good. I think we'll compromise. We'll put it between 3 and a 4, and we'll decide where to put it on the tier list later. Low 3, high 4, one of the two. B minus, C plus.
Not that confident with this one.
Yeah, no, I'm far more C. Let's see. Next we have Janjit Sentry. Uncommon, 2 and a blue. Enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Tap, pay 2. You can tap or untap target artifact or creature. This is an interesting one. Like 3 mana 3, 2/3 is decent stats, so it passes a vanilla test. 2 energy, it's pretty good. It's quite energy hungry. It's a glutton.
Yeah, if this was 1 energy to tap, this would be great.
Yeah. So it gets 1 tap and it's reliant on.
Yeah, 2 energy to tap is too much.
You can untap though, which is nice. So it gives you a lot of options. I'm guessing that's why it's not 1 energy.
Yeah, true.
Fair.
I think
Yeah,
it's
This is a 4.
I think it's a strong card though. This is a very strong effect. But then again, it's better to tap down with a 1/2, which you're not going to be attacking in with, than a 2/3, which has some attacking value.
Yeah, it's a 4.
I suppose you take what
I
you
don't
can
think
get.
it's that good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm happy with
it's
4.
okay. It's good. It's solid, but it's not.
How about in a deck that can reliably generate 2 energy a turn?
Do we
Then
have
it feels great. That's,
Yeah, if you have the Leviathan, but then you want to keep an energy for the Leviathan to do the other thing.
Yeah.
Is
this
energy. Every card that produces energy does something good with the energy. I don't
Most
think.
do.
I don't think you're gonna have loads of extra energy. I
Yeah.
might be wrong. I haven't played the format.
No, I'm with you. If we're using our turn and our energy to stifle our opponent's growth, I get the impression we could be using our energy to expand our own horizons. I think a
To be
4.
fair, this can mess them up if they're mana screwed. You just
How?
tap their color that they don't have a
It's
lot on them.
Artifact or creature.
Artifact or creature.
Read the bloody card,
Oh,
mate.
this is worse. Okay, never mind.
It's a powerful effect, but it's energy hungry. I think it's a 4, as you said.
Yeah, I'm happy with 4.
Just thought I'd talk a bit more. Alex, would you be so kind as to read this particularly great card?
Longfin Skywhale. Creature flying. Longfin Skywhale can block only creatures with flying. 2 blue for a 4/3.
Wow.
It's a big flyer for a good cost.
I mean, the downside is a downside. As intelligent things together is not up there, but that is a real downside, not being able to block.
I was really impressed with that comment.
But then if
The
I'm playing
downside is a downside.
but if I'm playing a 4/3 flyer for 4, okay, there's one turn I want to block, and that's that turn. Then I'm attacking every turn.
I think
yeah.
this card is amazing. I
Yeah.
think it's great.
Seems really good.
I don't think Yeah, this is a very solid first pick. It's better in an aggressive
Yeah,
deck, obviously.
first pick this easily.
I think this is a very solid tier 3 card.
Yep, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Sweet.
Might be even
Malfunction.
tier 2. This card is great.
Let's go back to it. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just
I'm not
so
gonna put it
aggressively
tier 2
stated.
now,
Yeah.
but this card is very strong.
Yeah, no, it's
you're on the
very
play-
aggressively casted.
They are a bit. They're just gonna die to it. It's a 4/3 flyer for 4.
Yeah, it's Gisela.
At uncommon.
Yeah.
Basically, Gisela. Yeah.
Uncommon
you're
Gisela
right.
still dies to Fiery Temper.
Temper, yeah.
Never
Lucky
mind.
that's not in the set. So
Malfunction. So it's sleep paralysis. Except it can hit an artifact too.
3 and a blue, enchantment aura, enchant artifact or creature. When malfunction enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. We seem to see this almost every set in
Low
blue
removal.
for some form or other. In some form or another.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
Depends a lot on the set.
it does
Yeah,
depend
This
on the
kind
set.
of blue removal.
It does
if
fluctuate
you
in its
are-
power level. So
Yeah, if you
Very
are
good.
tapping stuff that is cheaper than it, is usually kind of bad. Not
I mean,
bad.
what-
It's never awful, but
What makes me a
it's not
little
amazing.
worried
It's
with this
not.
card?
It's not. It's yeah.
it's going to be better than
Sometimes
last
it's not great.
set
Depends on the format.
because there's no emerge. So yet they're not still getting. They're likely still not getting as much value from the creature.
True.
But
There is a white blue like blink target creature
Yes.
sub theme.
And if it is an artifact, they still get if something counts the amount of artifacts they have or whatever,
Yeah.
it's still there.
It
So
can't
it-
crew
Actually,
vehicles.
there's a lot of blinking in this format.
So
I think
be wary with these.
that coupled with the fact that we've seen white has a very much go wide sub theme.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it this set. I mean,
It's a good card. I think tier 4 is always a minimum for this card. I've just got an instinct that it's going to sit there and not tier 3 this time.
Yep.
I got an instinct sometimes I'm not gonna pick this, and I'm gonna pick another blue card that's not that great.
Yep. Yeah.
I think tier 4.
Yep.
For
Right, metallurgic summonings. David, would you do the honor, please, my friend? And it is an honor.
no, okay. Metallurgic summonings. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. 3 blue, exile metallurgic summonings. Return all instants and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you control 6 or more artifacts. Love it.
It costs 3 blue to cast, and it's an enchantment.
Love it.
Okay, so it's good in
But
Commander.
force the shit out of this. Like, I'm first picking this. If I open this shit on pack 1, I'm losing that draft. Because I'm picking this and I'm doing it. I don't care. I love it.
So the game plan is you pick you have this, and then you don't cast any spells until turn 6 because you need to get full value after you've played this card. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
To be fair, it's janky, it's fun. It's pretty powerful.
It is powerful, but it's just so slow, and it
I love it.
it incentivizes you to play more spells that you then don't want to play until after turn 6.
Yeah. David, do you think this card's good? Do you think it's actively good? If you're in a pro tour, would you take this over?
So, how many spells do we have to cast after this for this to be be worth its mana cost? If we cast if we cast the 4 mana counter, for example, after this, we already have a 4/4.
Yep.
We have 5 mana for a 4/4. It's not horrible. I mean, we had to wait a turn, maybe more. Okay, it is horrible, but I don't know. I just love it. I'm sorry, I'm not being objective about this.
But I mean, my big problem with these cards is they're on turn 5. They play a 4/4. I am on turn 5. I play this.
Yeah, it's janky as fuck. We know that, but I'm doing it.
Super fun. Not gonna be that good.
It's probably
yeah, it probably is. Like maybe it's amazing. Like if you get this going, if you've got a defensive deck, you
now
play
and
this.
now and then, you're gonna have a deck that this is gonna be amazing on, and you're gonna have the time of your life. And you never felt like this before.
I think it might be better than 5. I think
most of the time, this is gonna be bad.
I'm putting it at the bottom of tier 5.
I think our rating system sort of fails cards like this. It's not really a solid playable, is it?
Yeah, it could even be a 6, to be honest. But
okay, I think we need to put this in a complete build-around category, completely outside of ratings. It's just a pure build-around.
Oh, nothing is outside of the ratings. How dare you?
Okay, in terms of first pack...
It's a 6 or a 5. It's a 5.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, it's just so demanding of your draft. You can't pick this... You have to pick this pack 1, pick 1, and build with this in mind.
Yes.
And hope you get there.
Yeah. And I mean, you need great instants and sorceries. Okay, I'm going to go 5, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is an insane card. Minister of Inquiries. When the Minister of Inquiries enters le battlefield, you get 2 energy. And the card ends there.
Oi, I'm doing the Minister of Inquiries mill thing.
Oh, you're going to need a lot of energy, mate.
A lot of blue is very rich on energy, to be honest.
Okay, so it has an activation.
And you only need to do this, what, 9 times?
We're so bad at reading the card out.
So for those, it's got an activate ability to pay an energy, tap it, target player mill target player for 3.
It's a blue for a 1/2 creature. So
it gives you energy.
I think you're playing this card because you want the energy, not because you're trying to mill them.
But then we left with a 1/2. Like Thraben Inspector left the clue. I think the clue is better than 2 energy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, this is way worse than Thraben Inspector, but Thraben Inspector is awesome. Yeah, it could be a thing.
I think if you've got 4 of them, then it's looking pretty good. It's a quick clock.
Yeah, you need to mill. Usually you need to mill around 27 cards to win the game, counting the amount of cards the opponent is going to draw anyway. It's only 9 activations, I mean...
I don't know. I quite like Manic Scribe as an alternative win con. You didn't have to do anything for me. If you got Delirium, you just let it sit there.
This is awful.
Yeah, 6.
Blue is so bad and fun. This format is gonna bankrupt me.
And Duffy owns 6 houses, so it's gonna be bad. I say 6.
Tier 6, really?
Yeah.
What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I'm not in love with it.
It's just a 1 mana 1/2 with energy producing. Yeah. Nimble Innovator, 4 mana for a 2/2 Delgan Artificer, enters the battlefield, you get yourself a card.
Artificer synergies for the enchantment that gives an energy.
True. You draw more cards.
Boom, doing it.
This is we've seen this is this a Reapers or Origins card that did this?
No.
Mana for a 2/2.
No,
when have I played this card?
I think we've seen a green card that does this before. It's 4 mana for a 2/2 that draws a card.
Okay.
From M15.
No, the Origins ones bounced the creature. It was way better. It was the 4 mana 2/2 that when you got in the back.
Yeah, I remember the art now. Okay.
This is okay.
Yeah. It's good. It's not great. It's tier 4. It's slightly, if you're in blue, you'll pick this up like 6th pick and you'll run it.
Yep.
Well, yes, you're no. I don't know if even it's a low tier 4 because
it cycles. It's a body.
It's a 2/2 body on turn 4. It's a crappy body.
I say
like,
it's 4.
Green is gonna be putting 4 power. You're gonna put 2. Oh, you have an extra card and you're dead.
Yeah, I mean you blink it and you get the card back, but we haven't seen too much blinking.
Fair enough.
I think we're too high on this blinking bullshit.
Yeah, I think I might be.
Yeah.
Bullshit, mate. Skip 4. Solid 4.
Next one. Bottom of 4.
Padim, Console of Innovation. Artifacts you control have hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, you control the artifact with the highest converted mana cost or type. The highest converted mana cost, draw a card. I mean, that sounds really good, but then we realize it's a 4 mana 1/4.
So yeah, 3 and a blue for a 1/4, and it's protecting all your artifacts. And if you and hopefully you've drafted artifacts, so you have a big artifact, you draw a card. It's very sort of slow, controlling blue artifact card. It feels like you're sort of picking this up early and then trying to build around it.
My problem with this though is that artifacts you control have hexproof. You get some inevitability.
Yeah,
but
there's a chance you won't have the highest over.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time maybe you won't have the artifact because everybody's gonna play with some artifacts. It looks like the vehicles are really are good. So there's even the chance you are not turning this on all the time, even if you have loads of artifacts.
And if you're not turning this on, unless you're not turning this on 100% of the time, this card's terrible. It's a 4 mana 1/4 that protects your artifacts that aren't even the best artifacts on the battlefield.
Yes, this doesn't look good.
I don't like this card. It doesn't even
be
block.
Great.
I don't think so. I think it doesn't even block too well. It's a 4 mana 1/4. It just gets eaten by a lot of things. Okay,
yeah,
it's not a terrible blocker. 5. Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately,
it's bizarre because it's not. It's not a constructed card for all that I can see. So why does it cost 4 for a 1/4?
It feels like it should be 2 in a blue.
Like its abilities are very powerful.
They must have tried this at 2 in a blue and it was just too strong.
But they make bad cards in purpose. There have to be bad cards so the good cards are good.
Yeah,
and I think this is one of them.
Doesn't feel like it's trying to be though.
Agreed. Paradoxical outcome.
What tier did we?
I think we put Padim at 5. 5 is good for me too.
It could be a 4 because now and then you have the upside, but
I don't know. It's a 1/4 for 4. I can't really get away from that, which is contingent on you having a good draw.
Yep.
Paradoxical outcome. Instant 3 in a blue. Return any number of target non-token opponents you control to their owner's hand. Draw a card for each card returned to you this way. God, what a janky card.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 12 mana, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's powerful if you've got all these fabricate guys and guys who draw a card when they enter the battlefield, but they seem to cost a lot of mana.
Blue sucks. Yeah. No, this card is bad, I think.
I mean, it can save stuff from removal and you draw a card. I think it's terrible. I think it's playable. But it's not a high pick.
5.
Bottom of 5.
Yeah, it's just so expensive.
It
just requires you to have a lot of mana.
Board position worse. It's even non-token. You can't break this with tokens.
Yeah, I like if I'm playing something like blue, I like sharing tempo cards and card advantage cards. This one gets card advantage, but it just sacrifices so much tempo.
Yeah, it is tempo against you.
I don't like it. I think it's a 5. I agreed with you.
Yeah.
Yep. Not feeling it.
Revolutionary rebuff. Instant.
Shout out to the guinea pigs.
Can you please stop that, guinea pigs? They're having a big squeal. Revolutionary rebuff, 1 in a blue. Instant. Counter target non-artifact spell unless its controller plays 2. It's a mana leak, right?
No. No, it's not. I do like this though. I think this is good.
Yeah, mana leak's the great limit. Well, it's a good limited card. It's a medium to high pick.
It's a very tempo card. In it,
you
don't want this in your controlling deck so much.
You do. You definitely do. Yeah, because then you can stop their 2-drops. I mean, this is how you stop the aggro. I think this card is solid.
I think this is a good blue 2-drop, and it is a 2-drop because it stops their 2-drop.
It actually is a 2-drop, yeah.
It's the best counter spell of the set.
Yeah, you don't often see 1 in a blue counter spells in limited anymore. Like Horribly Awry was conditional. It's obviously got the condition, but this is a strong card.
Can this see constructed play?
Yes, I think it can, definitely.
You think so? I don't think it's strong enough for that, but I don't play much constructed. Because I'm too bloody good.
Yeah, I like this. Might be the best blue common.
Really? I wouldn't go that high.
I don't remember the other commons, so who knows?
I think, God, that'd be bad. I say 4 still.
Yeah, it's a 4, but it's a strong card.
Yeah, agreed.
We might go higher on that. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
4, but I like it.
Agreed. Shahil's Artistry. Sorcery, 4 blue. Choose 1 or both. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, or create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Expensive, really expensive.
Can be good though.
So if there's a artifact creature, you're getting 2 of them.
If you have a Gearhulk, this is great.
Yeah, if you have a Gearhulk, this is a good card to draft. If you pick this up, look for Gearhulks.
Yeah. Pro tip.
Those ones that will be flying around late in the draft.
6th or 7th pick. Just speculate on it.
It's really expensive, this card.
Yeah, it's really like game breaking. You get the best creature on the battlefield.
You get 2 of the best creature. Oh,
Well,
sorry. You can get sort of.
No, I like this card.
I think this card's strong.
I think this card is strong.
I think it's
a very strong effect.
Bottom of tier 3 for the moment?
I think so. I think I'd rather have this. I mean, if we're taking that big Drake from earlier, the 7-mana 6/6 flyer, as sort of the touchstone for tier 3-ish cards, I think I'd rather have this. I like this effect a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I like this.
Like, if you're building your deck, I presume with some artifacts, and it's a limited game, there's going to be creatures on the battlefield.
Yeah, I like this. Tier 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Tier
it's
3.
going to win the game by itself.
Yeah, quite often, I think. If you get to resolve this, you're in a good position.
Yeah, agreed. Talk to me into it.
Tier 3, select for inspection. Okay, here's a card I can get behind. A single blue, instant, return target tapped creature to its owner's hand, scry 1.
Yeah.
I like this card.
I
Cheap,
like
efficient.
this. I think this will blow out some vehicle turns.
Yeah.
Yes.
They tap their stuff to crew the vehicle, they attack you, bounce
That's
it, and
the
you
vehicle.
scry.
Go to combat, sure.
It's still card disadvantage.
But the scry makes up for that.
But it's almost getting there. I mean, scry 1 is great. This is
Yeah.
way better than Unsummon, and Unsummon was always playable.
Yeah, I mean, the tap creature's annoying, but it's not too big a deal.
Oh, it's tapped! I didn't read this. Yeah, that makes it a lot worse, actually. But still decent.
I mean, you can't blow out auras. I suppose you can blow them out after they attack.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a combat trick.
It's
Yeah,
a defensive card.
Mm.
I think it's a solid 4. I like this. It's 1
Yeah.
mana. You can leave it 1 mana all the
Yeah,
time.
it could be. It's very defensive, though. The fact that you can't use it to, I don't know, make your board, your situation better, or to be offensive with it, I think is kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Unless you have the Tapper combo.
Exactly, and tap on the mana and the energy.
Combo breaker.
I'm
Yeah.
in for tier 4 for it.
Sure.
Sweet. Shrewd Negotiation. Exchange control of target artifact you control and target artifact or creature you don't control. Okay, I think this is a very powerful card.
You get a servo, I get your best artifact.
Yeah. Or basically, I get your best creature.
Creature, yeah.
Because you give an artifact away and you get an artifact or a creature.
Yes, sorry, I read it the other way around. This card seems very good.
I think this is close to mind control as you can get it. Like there was a similar-ish card. There was a similar-ish card in Fate Reforged, but you had to have the same type, so it had to be changed enchantment, creature for creature.
Yeah, the problem is sometimes you won't have anything, although I don't think that's very likely in this format. But the card is good. I don't think it's amazing. I think I'm lower on it than you are. Where are you gonna give it?
I think it's maybe just 4. 3 or 4, low 3, high 4. I do
I'm
think.
happy with 4.
No,
Top of 4.
I think I'd go 3. Actually, thinking about it, it's powerful. Like they pay. You have any artifact. Okay, I'm thinking best case scenario.
Yeah, you are, because like decks that go wide, you're gonna spend 5 mana for not a lot, I guess.
I mean, it's card disadvantage, but the card you're getting, I assume, is a lot better than the one you're giving up.
It's gonna be okay. I don't know.
It's going to be amazing sometimes. It's just the average
Oh,
scenario.
sometimes it will win you the game.
I think this card's very powerful. I think it's a tier 3 card. I think it's definitely not as powerful as the Mind Control effect, but it's certainly got a lot going for it. It's a bit like Wrath insofar as it does something nothing else does. Obviously, it's not as good as Wrath, but
The worst thing for me is not being able to cast if you don't have a board.
true. Yeah, true.
And that does happen.
It does get you back at I suppose I was going to say, assuming you have something, it does get you back from positions you couldn't otherwise get back from, but sometimes you just don't have anything.
Gavin incoming.
Too late. It'll be on the next video.
No, I invited him.
Yeah. No.
What, sorry?
It's
I'm
Okay.
off of
It's all
this.
Top tier 4,
I
I
think it's
think.
a 4.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, and this
Sorry.
would be amazing sometimes, but
I do think it's a 3, but I'll defer to your 4-ness.
okay.
Okay. Tezzeret's Ambition. Oh my god, it's Tezzeret. I
Tezzeret.
don't know much about him, but he looks like a badass. 3 blue. Draw 3 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card.
So I think now it's time for Magic Gossip.
Oh, don't start this, buddy.
Like, you're totally not gonna believe, but Tezzeret.
Okay, well, it's been a lovely video. I'm going to end it there. It's been fantastic.
Excuse me, I'm talking now.
All
Like,
this typing.
Tezzeret like really messed Jace up because they were like both in Ravnica. And
What do you think of the
Tezzeret
card,
was,
Alex?
like,
What do you think
super
of the
mean
card?
to Jace, and
Loudly,
Jace was just
loudly.
trying to do stuff, and Tezzeret was like, you're not doing this, you're my slave, and Jace was like, I don't want to be your slave, and Tezzeret was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then like that happened, and then Jace escaped. It was like, OMG. Yeah, no, go on.
I didn't really have much else to say.
Lovely, Daddy.
So I'd give Davy a tier 5 for the reading, 3 for the voice.
So, Tezzeret's Ambition. 3 blue. Draw 3 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card.
I like this.
It's pretty good.
Assuming you're not discarding a card.
5 mana draw 3
Even
is
if you
powerful.
are, you can discard a land. By that point, you probably don't need it anyway.
Yeah.
I like
cards. I like cards.
I think it's a 4. I don't think it's any better than that. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4.
It's a good 4.
Agreed.
Especially seeing if we haven't seen many
It's a
great
4
blue
also
cards.
because you don't want a lot of those cards.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play 2 in most decks. This is a 1-off in a
Yeah.
controlish deck. Thriving Turtle. Okay, this one's a good one. When Thriving Turtle enters the battlefield, you get 2 energies. When it attacks, you may play 2 energies. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it is a 0/3 for 1 blue. Okay, it's not that good, think about it. The problem with this Thriving cycle is when X attacks.
Yeah, they've got to attack to actually trigger their energy.
I like this. I think this is a good 1-drop.
Yeah, I think it is too, especially in blue, who wants to generally be defensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a great defensive card.
However, what happens if you draw it on turn 7?
You have
What
2
if you
energy
draw-
to use.
Yeah, you have 2 energies, not
attack
even that bad.
of your...
Like, any 2-drop if you draw... That goes for any 2-drop. You should then just have a deck with 4, 5s, and 6s.
I've just got this horrible idea of drawing it on turn 7, on turn 8. Attack with my 0/3.
No, I don't
You
think
don't
that-
need to attack, you just keep it behind. And
then
you'll
it's
use the energy for something else.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Okay.
that.
Would you attack with this on turn 2 if you play it on turn 1?
Yeah, I mean, depends on how many... If I have really good cards that rely on energy, maybe not.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation, but I think most of the time you do. Because if you have a 1-mana 1/4 to block, that is really good.
Yeah, my impression of how this card will work is if you draw it on turn 1, drop it turn 1, attack turn 2, don't attack the rest of the game, but then leave it back and play some
Yeah, you
defensive
have a
controlling game.
1-mana 1/4, like, great. Most defensive decks would love that.
It's a decent card. I think it's a 4. I don't think it's any higher.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Bottom of
Sweet.
4.
Yeah, I don't think it's great, but it's playable. Torrential Gearhulk. Humph. 4 blue, flash mythic. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Then exile that bro. Pretty good.
5/6.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's also a 5/6.
Yeah, it's really good. It's probably the worst Gearhulk for limited.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
for limited, it does feel that way. Because you will draft this, but then sometimes not have the most amazing instants or sorceries to flash back. But
I mean-
you are flashing in a 5/6. I mean, if you've played with Elder Deep Fiend, it feels pretty good. Just sort of
To do exactly
Yeah.
that.
crunching something in
The
combat.
funny thing is, like, the other Gearhulk had a giant hammer. This one splashes water.
Yeah, he looks
It's
more
kinda-
fun, doesn't he?
It's a bit lame, isn't it?
Heat wave.
I mean, the obvious thing to do is to put this in tier 1 and be done with it. I don't know if it actually is a tier 1 card.
No, it's not.
Nah.
I think
It's
it's a
not
tier
tier
2
one.
for limited.
It
I'm
is a
feeling-
tier 2 for limited. It's worse than the white one.
Yeah, I mean, okay, there are. I mean, if you're going to draft
It
this,
is,
you're
I
going to draft.
mean, we're talking about really strong cards here. Like, we need to let the viewers know that this is awesome. First
Yeah,
pick it,
like,
always
think
first
it's-
pick it.
I'm thinking when I'm thinking tier 2, I'm thinking like Voldar and Pariah level cards. If we go back to Eldritch Marine, like great first picks, but
Yeah, they're not game winning.
I mean this
It
can be
could be
game
game
winning.
winning, and sometimes it
Yeah.
won't be. Sometimes it will be a
Sometimes.
5/6 flash for 6, which is great.
I mean,
Remove
if you
their creature in combat, but then you've still got a stalled board step sort of
Yeah,
thing.
this is
Yeah. Which
very
is still
very very
a great place
good.
to be.
how about if you're flashing in a removal spell?
Well then, yeah. That's
Yeah, no,
the,
it's always
that's the
going to be
dream.
very good. If you have a lot of really good instants, this card is a lot better. This could be a tier 1. But I think in general it is a tier 2.
I think I probably agree. It's quite harsh on the old Geary, but I just don't think it's as good as the white one.
Agreed.
Racist.
Cost one more as well.
True. Tier 2?
Yeah.
Chop it to 2.
The Delcan Blade Master. 3 mana 2/3 with prowess, 2 and a blue. Pretty good. It's no
The
ingenious
Dalkans have
scab.
6 fingers. I never realized that.
Do they 1, 2, 3? Oh, they do. And a knife apparently. And there's flavor text.
He had 7 fingers. But the knife.
The knife parted ways. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is
Tier
this?
4?
Yeah, I think.
It
Like,
is, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
the obvious analogous cards, Ingenious Scab, and of course
Genius
Ingenious Scab's
Scab
a
was
lot better.
Way better than this.
Ingenious Scab was a good 3. This is a strong 4, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good defensively, it's good aggressively, it gets in for.
You're gonna play it in every blue deck and be happy about it.
Yeah, I like Prowess's ability. I like this card, Tiffle.
Yeah.
Weldfast Wingsmith. 3 and a blue for a 3/3. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it gains flying until end of turn.
I don't love this card.
No, it's a hill giant with upside.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're very disappointed to run this card in a deck.
The worst thing is you won't ever
artifacts.
block a flyer. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's playable.
You can. I mean, there are situations where you will block a flyer, but
I think this is a tiff. I don't know.
it's a
Bottom-
4.
Bottom
I
of
didn't-
tier 4. Though.
Yeah, I distinctly put it in tier 5, but
no.
like,
it's-
if you are reliably playing an artifact every turn, it's swings in for 3. It's a lot of damage. Do you think this is better than the white 5 mana 3/4 flyer?
No.
No.
We put that in tier 5.
Did we?
We did. Not that I'm bringing the past, vindicating myself. Not that I...
Greg,
We
let
can't
it
go
go,
back.
man. Let
Oh,
it go. Fucking hell.
Is this Gavin? Has he joined us late on?
I have.
Fuck me, you've missed the
No,
video.
we're almost. No, he was here. He was just not talking.
Okay.
For 10 minutes.
Tier 5. I'm not liking this card.
It's tier 5.
Yeah, maybe it's a tier 5.
Tier 5. I'm gonna put it in 5. Cheers, Gavin. Gavin, when you agree with me, you're on the right path. Tier
Blue looks
5.
bad from the rating so far, guys. But
Yep.
let's carry on.
Windrake is our final blue card. 3 mana 2/2 flyer.
Hey, Windrake is back.
I've seen this bro before. It's a
Dawnbreath.
4. It's just a tier 4.
They should have. Is this old art? It looks like old art.
No, it's new art.
Oh.
It's pretty
My
sweet,
bad.
actually.
I like it.
Like it? I'm feeling it.
It's fine. That's all that can be said about Windrake.
Windrake is as old as time. And it's always been good. It's a 4.
Yeah. What do we think of blues, guys?
Sucks. Pretty bad.
Yeah, blue's been pretty bad. Much
I'm not
worse than white.
playable. You heard it here first.
Unplayable. Don't
Yeah,
play
I mean,
blue.
blue looks to be the worst card, the worst color in the set, and
You've only-
especially
you've only seen
sealed.
two
In
of
sealed,
them.
this is gonna suck really bad.
Really, it's got card draw. You've also seen 2 colours.
Yes. We speak with authority here.
It's literally worse than white. You
Yeah.
heard it here first.
I can't-
There's no way the other colors will be worse than this. He said before knowing. But
Right, guys, thus endeth the blue part of our time. Next time we're going black. So let's crack on with that. Until next time, Davy, can you sing us out?
if you're happy and you know it, clap your
Fuck,
hands.
he actually is singing us out. Bollocks.
Let's kill.
Let's kill this now. I'll edit that out. See you next time.